Can you see the moon changing its shape? Yeah, now it's full moon, see? Now new moon. Again, এটা পূর্ণিমা, আবার অমাবস্যা হয়ে গেল। So if you look at the moon during different days of the month, then you might notice that the moon looks a little different every day. Now, today we are going to find out why do we see these different shapes. In this slide, we are going to learn about the different phases of the moon. Now, what is the meaning of the phases of the moon? Well, it means changes in the shape of the moon visible from the earth. Now, the phases of the moon depends on the moon's position compared to the earth and the sun. The moon takes around 28 days to go around the earth. The moon is, here is the earth, the moon is going around like this. As the moon goes around the earth, half of the moon is always illuminated. Illuminated মানে light আছে, এই দিকটা আলো আছে, এই দিকটা নেই। Okay, this is like earth. This is daytime on moon, this is nighttime on moon. Meanwhile, the other half is in darkness. This one is in darkness. Sometimes we see the parts being illuminated and sometimes we do not. And that is why we see different shapes. Depending on the position, we can only see fractions of the illuminated portion of the moon. For example, here you don't see the moon at all. You don't see, here you see just a fraction of the illuminated portion. Here again a lot. Here it increases and you see the full moon here, fully illuminated. Now, for instance, when the moon is between the earth and the sun, here the moon is between the earth and the sun, the side of the moon facing the earth is not illuminated by the sun. This side of the moon is in darkness. It is night. This side is night on moon. And we on earth, we are facing this side, and that is why we don't see the moon at all. It looks like the moon is not there at all. It is invisible to us, and we call this a new moon or amavasya. Akashe chand thakei na. Then the moon moves a little here. The moon is moving now. It is revolving around the earth, and then a fraction of it becomes visible. A fraction of the illuminated portion of the moon becomes visible, and we call it a crescent. Crescent, this shape is called crescent. Waxing crescent. What? It is called waxing crescent. Now next, why waxing? Waxing মানে বাড়বে, এবার চাঁদটা বাড়বে. In this position, it is called first quarter, we see half of the moon. In this position called the waxing gibbous, we see more than half of the moon, and it is called waxing gibbous. And here we see the full moon or the Purnima chand. Can you see here on earth we are facing the daytime of the moon. This portion is in daylight. You see? And that is why the moon looks full and absolutely spherical. The shape is round like this, and we call it Purnima. Then as it moves away, as it revolves, we see the shape of the moon decreasing in size, and this is called waning gibbous. Waning mane kome jawa. Waning gibbous. Then third quarter we see half the moon, then waning crescent again, and then when it reaches here again the new moon, that is, the moon is not visible to us at all. So it's like this. Let us move on to the next slide now. In this slide, you can see the moon moving around the earth, and depending on its position, depending on the position of the moon, we can see only fractions of the illuminated surface. Now, can you see? We'll start. Just wait a minute. At this stage, can you see the new moon? Then it becomes, yeah. Can you see? See the shape changing here. You call it gibbous. Now crescent moon. Now new moon. Again waxing crescent. See, as it moves, we see different shapes of the moon. The shape changing. Understood? So let us move on to the next slide. Friend, this is a very interesting activity. This activity actually simulates the changing shapes of the moon. Well, you can do this easily at your home. Switch off the lights in your room. It should be dark. Ask your mother or anybody at home to shine a torch from one end of your room. Take an inflated balloon. See? Take an inflated balloon and balloon on a stick. You know, it should be attached to a stick. Then take a balloon and attach it to a stick like this, or anything you can get, if you can arrange a ball, football, but you need a handle like this. Anyway, and move like the lady in this video. This lady is moving round, just standing in one position and moving round with holding the balloon in her hand. Just do like her. You will see different shapes of the illuminated portion of the balloon, just like the phases of the moon. Can you see? What you see actually, what you see while you go around like this, you will see shapes. The illuminated shape, the portion that is lighted, will change its shape like the moon only here, full moon. Then waxing gibbous. Okay, it becomes crescent, new moon. Again, you see how it is changing? Full moon, waning crescent, new moon, waxing crescent, first quarter, waxing, then again full moon. So it's a very interesting activity. Do it at home, and you will be able to appreciate then the change in shapes of the moon. Okay.